Hi, everybody. It is time for Curiosity Strixhaven Week 1. We took 2 weeks off, rested up, and now it is time for everyone to put their decks together and get going. Are you excited about this week?
I am ready to get schooled and have people show us the lessons they have learned from draft and from playing with this new set and standard a little bit, but sort of bring those learnings together in this limited constructed hybrid that we call curiosity.
Yeah, talking about lessons learned. Just looking at a lot of players' sideboards, looks like a lot of decks are best of one decks with 8 lessons in the sideboard. So I'm interested how that is going to work out. Now,
Mm.
before we go in and talk about the changes, what exactly is Curiosity Swords?
So I'm glad you asked. I have our format rules here. It's a big book, but curiosity is very simple to learn. It's the most accessible, affordable way to play Magic. Uh, it is a 40 card minimum format with an 8 card sideboard. There are rarity restrictions though. For one, we're only using the most recent set of standard Magic cards. So, for instance, right now we're using only Strixhaven. Um, and the rarity restrictions are that your deck must include two rare or mythic cards that are singleton and six uncommon cards with a maximum of two copies of any single card. The rest of your deck can be uh, commons and basic lands with a maximum of four copies of any individual common card. In the sideboard, uh, again, you can have 8 cards there, and there's not exactly a rarity restriction in the sense that you can have 8 rares in your sideboard, but you must adhere to the fact that any rares or mythics, you got to have a singleton of those. And similarly with uncommons, you can only have two between your main board and your sideboard. So you can't have like two uncommons in your uh, main board and another copy of that same card in your sideboard. This is really important when it comes to lesson cards.
And talking about, you did say that it is the latest standard set, but what about Mystical Archives? Can we play those in Curiosity?
Well, that's the thing. So, because the Mystical Archives are available in draft booster packs, both in paper and on Arena, those are legal within
Nice.
Curiosity. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It adds a lot of diversity to the format. And the one thing to note though is that you can play those cards as they are printed in Mystical Archive. So, for instance, um, Growth Spiral is a card that was printed at common in one of the Ravnica sets.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is printed at rare in Mystical Archive. So, Growth Spiral would count as a rare card.
Nice. I mean, it felt like a rare card when it was still legal and
I
standard.
mean, it got banned, so.
Well, one thing that's what makes us Curiosity a little bit different than a lot of other tournaments is all of our folks play in Discord. So you get set to a table and you can chat with people. So you're not just using that emotes, the silly things. If you don't want to, if you want to talk to your opponent, you can do that. We do tournaments free, 3 round tournaments every Saturday. They once again highly emphasize they are free. We do take if you do get points for participating and points for winning, and then the top 7 are going to go to the finals. And that is after 8 weeks. Top 7 go to the finals. We used to do top 8, but there's a little bit of change this season. Top 7 are going to go to the finals for points for the whole season, and then anyone else who has not made that top 7 is going to have a little miniature tournament, single elimination, the day of or the day before the Cave Dweller Clash. So if you show up, if you're watching this now and you're like, oh, I'm not going to get my points, well, you still have that ability to win in the finals.
Yeah, that's something we noticed during the Kaldheim season, that our point structure somewhat favored people who were playing all throughout the season, and good for them. We love people who are playing consistently, building up the meta, sort of seeing the format grow. But we had a lot of people join later in the season and wanted to give them the chance to really sort of have a chance to jump in later in the season and still be able to be in the finals. So this additional mini tournament for that 8th spot is a effort to do that.
Yeah, and another change is, while last Cave Dweller Clash we raised $100 during our finals. If you are watching Swords or my stream and you use the donate button, not the bit button, but the donate button, while we're casting Curiosity challenge every Saturday, then that will go towards the that prize at the end. So someone can the winner, that money goes to the animal shelter of their choice, so a local animal shelter. So if you win, yeah, you're not going to win cash for yourself, but you're going to win cash for some animals. And if you're watching on YouTube, we do have a PayPal link. So if you're not watching live, which, why not? But if you're not watching live, you can always use that PayPal account. What's the PayPal link?
Well, we'll have it linked below, but it's really easy to remember. It is paypal.me/curiositymtg. And you can also find that and more information about the format and ways to get involved, including our Discord, at curiositymtg.com.
Nice. And we did talk a lot, but did we cover everything?
We didn't mention the Discord. Well, we did, but
you just mentioned it.
Well, if you haven't joined the Discord and you're watching on YouTube, join it.
People are always playing Magic games. People are testing decks. So, you have folks that you can chat with. We have folks all around the world. I was going to say country, but we have people around the world. So, you can hopefully find a time that works for you. We also have night owls. So, and also, yeah, we do have that YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube right now, subscribe if you're not subscribed.
And if you're wanting to, if you're not wanting to hang out on the internet but want to hang out on your phone, we have an Instagram too. It's again at curiositymtg. But Nathaniel,
yeah,
I was gonna say we've talked so much.
Oh my God, my mouth is so dry. We've talked so much.
Should we go to our first round match?
Yeah, let's go right into round number 1 right now. Okay, so we have on round number 1, programming mode, aka Jerome versus Curiosity All-Star Auroll.
International All-Star.
International All-Star. Did our artwork for our crowned cave dweller.
It's true.
So, I think you made a post recently, Swords, and you said Frost Trickster was going to be one of the most played cards, and there it is.
Yeah, actually, Jerome's hand has Frost Trickster and Heated Debate, which were 2 of the cards I said were going to be the top 5 commons, or in the top 5 commons. And you can go check out the other things that I said would be in the top 5 at our Instagram. Instagram.com/curiositymtg.
Although this looks kind of bad for Jerome. Heated Debate is not my favorite card in this this setup. In format, I really like the do 3 damage and learn card. We do see
Is that
Esper.
Igneous Inspiration?
Sure.
Yeah, like that. That's one that I have. I don't think I've ever been past it in draft, but boy, it does some work.
Mm-hmm.
And Spectacle Mage too. That's a key piece of this Prismari, or is it kind of aggro thing? So we'll see what Jerome gets going here. Auroll doing an Esper kind of build.
Again, an Esper. Playing Pop Quiz. Pop Quiz, not my favorite card at all. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it shouldn't exist. But it does well, especially in storm related decks. It also does well because you're gonna guarantee yourself kind of 2 spells in a turn, and it looks like Jerome is trying to turn us out, but guess what? Ain't gonna work.
Can't do that. And this is something, I mean, you and I were talking earlier in the week about how we're somewhat expecting this season to be a more long game approach. Oh, wow. A demonic tutor for Auroll, and went to find. Did he find Introduction to Prophecy off of that?
No, that was the card that he learns.
Okay.
The tutor does not reveal cards to your opponent. Although it is 2 mana, it probably should.
Yeah, like I think that the whole Mystical Archive, I'm very happy with how those have been working in the set. It makes the Luna environment really fun, and I mean, even this week we've seen, or well, looking at the deck list, there is a heavy use of those that should make a really interesting meta going forward.
Oh yeah, and Jerome's stuck on 3 lands, but Auroll's either searching for something or setting up something sneaky. I don't know. Has got a lot of cards out, drawn a lot of cards, played a lot of cards, but we don't really see much happening on the opposite side of the battlefield.
Getting out Maelstrom Muse early, though, I think that is going to bode quite well for Jerome.
Well,
well,
maybe not.
Or not. Rise of Exodus is such a like, even though it's pretty expensive, it does so much. It exiles a creature, exiles a problem instant or sorcery from a graveyard. It doesn't even have to be yours, or yeah, from your opponent. It can be yours, and then you get to learn off of it. So it's a 3-for-1.
Mm-hmm. 3-for-1 or 3-for-6 mana.
Yeah.
Get an academic probation. Interesting.
Okay. So that may be used to sort of slow down Jerome. Jerome's reading it. Can you go ahead and bop in? We see another Frost Trickster come down. So Jerome has a good bit of aerial pressure going on.
Approach of the second sun. Now you got to keep moving. You got to keep going. Now, this heated debate, probably, I'm guessing Auroll's trying to gain life and go. You got to smash on in there.
Yeah. So approach puts itself in 7 cards deep, and if you cast it another time, you win the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. Oh wow. So so Auroll, you solved the equation to find approach. Wow. That is excellent.
Yeah. Although this seems like a very one-trick pony kind of deck. Approach, if it gets countered or exiled in a way, you kind of lose on that.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Jerome just drew exactly what he needed with Test of Talents to be able to counter approach. And I highly doubt Auroll will see that coming.
Always had it.
So Jerome's stuck on 5 lands. he does have Mascot Exhibition in the board, but gonna go ahead and grab Elemental Summoning just to be able to get down a threat faster.
And Auroll right here is feeling great, playing Approach, and that is it.
Oh, man.
Counter. You get to look at your opponent's library.
And you're right. That pretty much is it for Auroll. I don't know what other
looking through that.
threats.
We've got a few flying threats. We've got
Professor of
some
Symbology to go grab some things, but I don't even think that Auroll has. I mean, looking at his sideboard, he does have some of the summonings, but yeah, that's going to be rough. And I mean, Jerome now has enough firepower in his hand to take out anything.
Yep, we got these heated debates with those who are going to learn. You get more value. We did see some creatures, but they were tricksters. Tricksters, you know, aren't going to live through these heated debates. Even if he does some of these expels, it's not really gonna hurt Jerome in the long run. Auroll needs to figure out how to do something, get something happening.
So you're gonna go ahead and cast Academic Probation.
Doesn't look like it yet. This is Jerome reading the text.
Reading it, okay. An issue with another player having enthusiastic study. That's gonna bust through right here.
Well, it is, but you know your opponent has expel, so you're not gonna play it until after that expel trigger happens. Although it's gonna happen, probably on the 4/4. Because this is 9 damage coming right at you, and you only got 10 life. Ooh, Burying Books, then expel.
I guess expel one of the Frost Strictors right here.
Yep. And then you just enthusiastically study. Oh, going through the Soothsayer.
I can see that, because the Soothsayer is something that's going to give you a bit more card advantage down the line.
Is it looking at some of these cards? Teachings. Teaching's not a good card to take. I hope it doesn't take it.
Yeah, Teaching's not the best right now.
None of these cards are going to be that great. I think Environmental Science, as silly as it is probably the best card to take.
I don't know. I would say Fractal Summoning, because you can go ahead and get another creature on board, and that's what Jerome needs right now.
3/3?
Yeah, a 3/3, even though it's not going to be much, but that would be enough to take out Auroll.
That is true. Take him out to a nice fancy steak dinner. Auroll is on second main phase and is crying right now.
So Auroll does have Snow Day, and I think we're going to see that cast right here. Oh, or a study break.
This could be all right for Auroll.
The thing is, though, like Auroll's deck, like I was saying earlier, it really just doesn't have a lot going on with it in the sideboard. He's already done his Introduction to Annihilation. He's already played. He has Academic Probation in his hand right now. He could grab an Inkling Summoning to, and that's what we see, to be able to knock off one of these flyers.
Possibly. I think these heated debates will say something different. You ain't knocking off me tonight, buddy.
With Jerome having I think we'll see the heated debate come down.
Oh, of course.
Either right now, or he may just wait.
I think Auroll said, you know what? Um, I like what you see. I like what you have. I like this approach of the second sun, and it's gonna win. There's no way my opponent is playing counter spells in his main board.
Yeah, like Jerome having Test of Talents, which is, but besides actual counter spell, is probably the best counter in the set. Um, that is, it's something where I think Auroll really would not have known what to do about that. Like, is there any other way to approach besides countering that, countering the counter?
Countering the count. I mean, I don't know. I think Auroll's a one-trick pony. The deck, and definitely needs to do something because in a one-trick pony deck, you want to win on the first round and hope,
Right.
cross your fingers for the next two games, kind of, because the cat's out of the bag, party's over. And actually, the funny thing is before the season started, I was like, I don't know about approach. Kind of looks scary. One of these win cards might not be fun.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that. Ooh,
Just can't play mascot exhibition for one turn.
next turn now.
And we're gonna. Jerome's gonna scry. Sudden breakthrough. Says, no. I'd rather top deck a Maelstrom Muse.
Maelstrom Muse and Mascot Exhibition are quite strong together.
Well, 2 damage to your face is also pretty strong.
That's true.
Boom. We see him
wow.
eliminate.
So Auroll can hold back this Maelstrom Muse with Snow Day, and is going to be able to, I think, draw. Is that correct?
Draw 2 cards and discard a card.
Spectacle Mage could come down to add in additional power there. Draw 2, discard. All right, that's fine. Okay.
Discarding a land. Now we got a bunch of threats. There's I feel like at the end of our life here. Frost Trickster. All right. We got another thing. We got something else. Do we have another threat to live another turn? It seems like Auroll is just refusing
Auroll's just
to
living
die.
turn to turn. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Frost Trickster. Jerome playing with it in his hand, showing it off. Here we go. And
holding back the heated debate. I find that interesting. It's like, why not just burn the heated debate?
Oh, that's game 1. Now, it's kind of interesting. Jerome does not really have a sideboard.
Right, and Auroll is in very much the same case. I think the only thing that Auroll can pull in is Test of Talents.
And
that's the only
that's
other
gonna
card.
be pulled in.
Yeah, to be able to counter. However, he'll need to drop one of his other uncommons, and I think we'll probably see maybe Eliminate or Flunk going, because Auroll needs to ensure that approach happens.
Oh, yeah.
Also, if anyone from Wizards is watching for some reason, please, for the love of God, fix your game. Like, direct challenge.
No. If anyone from Wizards of the Coast is watching, we love you. Send us packs. Your game is great. I will never talk trash about
Jerome's, it. Okay, I thought he had too many. All right, we're good. I thought he had 9 cards in sideboard, but I was wrong.
It's called sideboarding.
That's true. I did math.
Yeah,
wrong.
you guys are great, and you've
That's
never
true.
done anything
Wizards,
bad.
we love you, but please
Give us
fix
money.
the glitches.
Oh, yeah, glitches.
The glitch mob.
I definitely feel like this is a way better hand for Jerome just because it has lands. And that's kind of what he was stuck on last game.
That's true, and he has this combo of Spectacle Mage and Maelstrom Muse that will really be able to power out that creative outburst.
Oh, yeah.
An enthusiastic study to make things go a bit faster, too, at least in terms of going face. What are your thoughts on having Igneous Inspiration in the main board? Because that is a lesson, or yes, it is a lesson. So
it's a learn card, I thought.
It is. I stand corrected. I am.
I like that card a lot. It's gonna remove most things on the opponent's side, and you're gonna learn. So I think it's a little bit better than Enthusiastic Study for a learn card. Get in a land. Auroll knowing he needs to get lands if he wants to do his trick.
Again, environmental sciences, that was also on the top commons list. And I think that's going to be our most played card just because it is such a good accelerant.
Oh, yeah.
Lash of Malice. Oof.
Lash of Malice, but we have another Spectacle Mage. We have some other things. We're ready to have fun as long as we get a 5th land, and a 6th land, and a 7th land, an 8th land, and a 9th land.
That's the thing, though. I don't even think that Jerome needs all that, especially with the Spectacle Mage and Maelstrom Muse. 2 Maelstrom Muses. If they attack, that reduces the cost of something by 4.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, Nathaniel, is this game boring you?
Oh no, Leroy just yawned. No, this game isn't boring me. Uh-oh. So we know, I wonder what card was pulled.
Yep.
It was a Trickster. This is actually pretty good for Auroll to tap down this Muse. I don't believe that the Muses stack, but that would mean you could do Ingenious and the Enthusiastic for 1 each.
Muses don't stack? I think it would be like it counts the.
Oh, maybe they do stack.
But even still, it's only going to reduce it down to blue, red, red.
Blue, red, blue, red,
It's
blue,
hard to
red,
say.
red, blue, red. Oh, okay. Tried it. It looks like Leroy woke up. He is ready to watch the
Leroy
game.
is so special. He's such a good boy.
He is the greatest boy. And he wants a kiss.
We see a pop quiz here. I don't know. Auroll's in the tank about this.
Probably pop quiz because we need another land. Not that like we're gonna grab a land, but
An academic probation. Okay. Is approach double white?
I don't believe so. I thought it was
That's 7 mana.
7, so 6 and a white.
Yes, 6 and a white. You're right. Auroll is thinking hard here. Either that or Jerome's like faking him out. Goes ahead and passes.
So I'm sure we're gonna see this Maelstrom Muse pop off.
I think Jerome's move here is to Igneous Inspiration, take out the Trickster, and then go in. Or not. I mean, this is the same thing that happened during the Clash when you and I had no idea what Jerome was doing.
Jerome does.
we kept trying to predict it. And it was just like, what is happening?
Exactly. Well, the thing is you enthusiastic study, you inspiration on the end step, you learn 2 cards for 1 mana, right? Each.
Yeah, and actually, enthusiastic study. We're gonna go ahead and do this now. Oh man, you could get mascot exhibition.
Mascot exhibition was the card chosen. Okay, so
Yeah.
Maelstrom uses only when you're
The
attacked.
next card. Yeah,
Or is it the next card?
I think it is.
Okay. You learn something new every day, cats.
I guess it's when Maelstrom Muse attacks, the next instant or sorcery you cast this turn costs X less, where X is Maelstrom Muse's power as its ability resolves.
Resolves. You're absolved of all your sins.
So you know what? They're actually here's some hot tech. There's a world where Jerome casts what was the enthusiastic study on Maelstrom Muse on one of them. That brings the total power of Maelstrom Muse to one of them to 5, the other one to 2. That's 7. You cast Mascot Exhibition for free.
Oh my lord.
Well, don't think you'll be able to do that now because one just got exiled.
But you still you could still do it next turn. Play it for free, or play it for super cheap.
Play it for 4 maybe.
Yep.
Auroll is on how many lands here? He's at 7 lands.
We got 7 lands.
We know he has approached.
I feel like what Auroll is gonna do is he's not gonna play his approach until he has 9 lands, because you said he has 1 counter spell.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, just to be able to hold off anything like that. Okay.
But I feel like he has to do something. Well, now we're gonna get this mascot for 4.
Yep, for 4. Jeez. How is Auroll gonna come back from this?
There's a gear button. You click the gear button and then you click concede, and you go on to someone else who's lost another round, and then that's how he will move on from this.
So you go on to the next round, is what you said.
Unless there's some sideboard, fetch a card from anywhere in Magic the Gathering's history, and you grab and play it for free, like some board wipe card, like that. Doesn't look good for Auroll. We already know that he doesn't have a lot of creatures, and the creatures that he does have are 2/2 tap downs, which isn't going to deal with this 4/4, which isn't going to deal with this 2/4, which isn't going to deal with this. Well, it will die to everything else. So, I just feel bad.
So Auroll, we know he has a lot of removal in his deck. He has a flunk. He has, or he may still have a flunk. I don't know if he sideboarded it out. He has an eliminate. And then with academic probation, there's a way for him to survive this turn. He wouldn't be able to fully cast approach. Okay, Snow Day. That uses a ton of his mana. Still has enough for eliminate up though, or probation.
Did he just toss his
redrop?
Factor Fiction?
Okay, we see a flunk come down. Oh no!
Test of Talents.
Jerome gets it. He gets the Test of Talents.
I think we saw him discard a Test of Talents. I think that's what the card Auroll discarded was, which definitely is not the plan.
So
Well, we gain life.
Bring up session to gain some life. Okay. That's actually a really good move there. And getting a body, still be able to use someone.
Oh, but Test of Talents says, not today. We saw the approach of the second sun in our opponent's hand. We see stuff, but
how much is this going to be? Is this
oh,
enough?
This is definitely probably enough.
7. Yep.
Ooh.
Jerome with the beatdown.
Jerome
right there.
Just beating down, getting counter spells when he needed them. And you know what? That was first week. So we saw, first round of the first week, we saw a lot of interesting things happening. Approach of the Second Sun, a card that I was kind of thinking someone was going to play, but definitely we almost saw it happen. We almost saw it go off.
Yeah, especially with Auroll doing the combo of approach plus what's that other one that lets you search
demonic tutor, demonic approach.
No, the other one, the blue one.
Yeah.
Solve the equation.
Equation.
That is like Auroll deserves the Hot Tech Award for that, because that is just really clever.
Definitely.
Just be able to cast it and get it back immediately.
Definitely playing a Glass Cannon deck. Did not really work out for him. Maybe will work out later. Maybe other games will work out a little bit better. But yeah, that's all for round number 1. We'll be right back with round number 2. Okay, so we have the Lawless Clawziez, Big Mouth Clawziez on bottom. And on top we have our favorite nice person in the world, Sung.
Yeah, gotta love Sung.
Gotta love Sung.
What a just champion.
So we're starting off with the 3-color deck. I like it.
So I played Clawziez' deck last night, and he's going to say that I rage quit against it, but it's something where my computer could not take the amount of salt that it has inside of it.
Oh.
Yeah, this is classic Claws.
Classic
It's a Sultai good stuff pile.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm very impressed with the build.
Well, it's not too good because we are the 0-1 table right now.
Oh, really? Are you saying Clawziez lost round 1?
Clawziez lost round 1. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not the greatest.
Yeah.
But, we're popping off. We got our lands. We have the discard a card. Draw too many cards. Got to get rid of a Mage Hunter's Onslaught.
Keeping the double Snow Day is interesting. I would have kept the... well, actually, he's missing a black, so... In Sung's deck, I played him yesterday as well, or them yesterday as well, and it is it's a Prismari combo kind of build.
Nice. Not getting a land is not good for Clawziez. Does get to draw 2 cards, does get a land, does get a Professor Onyx. AKA.
Both of Clawziez rares in hand. Pretty strong.
What do you think? Here's what I've brought up before, and I want to know if you think the exact same thing, because people tend to agree. Do you think that Professor Onyx looks like Angelina Jolie trying to cosplay as Liliana?
I can see that.
Thank you.
I can see that.
She was my first crush.
for Tomb Raider?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Tomb Raider was like, no, I think Tomb Raider came out way later than that. Oh,
Tomb Raider
no,
came,
no, 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 no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider came out when I was in like 5th grade. So
Yeah.
you would have been like 7th grade.
Yeah, I was too big for that.
My mom and I went to see it in theaters.
Ooh, was that awkward?
No, my mom was like way into action movies and stuff.
Nice.
Wow, we see a Mind's Desire. Just, and we brick on one, but get a expressive iteration off of something else. That ain't bad. I'll take that.
And my cat is currently lost in my house. Hey, Leroy, you're in house. You're safe. You know this place, right? Cool. All right.
Leroy's so good. Leroy is a big fan of this Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Oh,
Mage Hunter's Onslaught.
or not. Okay. I think we're going to see a Snow Day instead.
Probably Clawziez was counting mana and said, okay.
Oh my gosh. Leroy's so good.
He is a great guy. Let me close my water before he knocks it over. This is a very interesting deck by Clawziez. Draw a lot of cards. Get your stuff. Unfortunately, I feel like we missed 1 or 2 land drops, or we had too many cards. Very interested in seeing how this card goes. How this goes.
Well, one of the main ways that Clawziez deck wins is by milling the opponent out with Blue Sun Zenith. And because Blue Sun Zenith shuffles itself back into the deck, the Clawziez deck can never be milled.
So you're saying we're gonna see another mill, possible mill format in this?
I don't think so. I feel like the Blue Sun Zenith mill has to be built around. Whereas in Zendikar, we saw a Ruin Crab mill that was, you have to be breathing and you can make that work.
Yeah,
you gotta be breathing and have cards. Whoa.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
off to the races here. A Mythic's Mastery, which is overloaded, and it's going to cast everything from Sung's deck. Clawziez looking and seeing what is his fate.
Then the control deck. See, this is another thing. I see this is everywhere. There's just no sideboarding. And I think this is really what's going to hurt a lot of people this week. And I feel like people are going to learn whatever, but there's just no sideboard action in a lot of these decks.
Well, Sung does have a pretty robust sideboard. It is 2 Reject, 2 Serpentine Curves, 2 Pillow Drop Warden, 1 Prismari Command, and 1 Grape Shot. So I'm a big fan of, I think this is just a really well-constructed sideboard, because the Reject and the Pillow Drop Wardens can be used against creature-heavy matchups. They're not going to come in here because Claus is playing a control deck. But the Serpentine Curve is excellent to be late-game pressure. And we're probably not going to see Prismari Command or Grape Shot come in, but Sung did an excellent job with that sideboard.
Grade A sideboard. Oof. Clawziez went too fast. Now, I know he has Test of Talents, but went too fast just by dropping an island.
Oh, man. Meant to do this double land.
Yeah, and his opponent is just playing these artifact cards.
If you're Clawziez, what do you get here? Yeah, okay. Yeah,
like I said, it's not that great. You know, not a big fan of this, especially when you just don't have cards that are really that helpful. Environmental Science is only going to be helpful because, at least in Clawziez's deck, it's going to be helpful because you have so many of these double color cards.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Sung is playing any. There's 0 creatures in here, and we did see the Pillow Drop Warden come in.
So that is a creature, I believe.
That is a creature.
So you just lied to me.
There are no creatures in the main board. Let me recorrect to that.
Okay.
Curate. I guess Clawziez is going to keep these tests of talents up for what? A Mythic's Mastery or a Mind's Desire?
Yeah, possibly. But this is going to...
I think this is the wrong play. Because,
Whoa, someone's stream sniping. Sounds like it. Or YouTube sniping.
Because Eureka Moment is something where Clawziez is going to have to keep drawing cards. He's already at 7. And we saw that being an issue last game.
Well, he's already discarded 3 cards. Test of Talents coming in.
It's pretty good. Let's see what else is in. Oh, man. So Sung has Mythic's Mastery in hand. Can't cast it for Overload yet. Getting there.
Yeah, but if you're Clawziez, you're going to be okay with that. You have Reject. You have Test of Talents. So, you know, you're in, and you definitely see, and if you look at this, this is kind of what I feel like. You know, you can't in this you can't sideboard out these creature destruction because there's no creatures to destroy.
Right.
So it just feels a little bit bad.
Something that Clawziez is going to have to wrestle with, especially because he's low on lands, is whether or not Blue Sun Zenith is actually going to hurt him. Because casting that is going to mill Sung, and that's just going to fuel that Mythic's Mastery. However, Clawziez does have Test of Talents up, so it's not the biggest deal. Sung's really going for he's going all in on the Mythic's Mastery. They're going all in.
And so is this Pill Drop Warden. Pill Drop Warden's going all in. Clawziez is going to draw 2. Oh, and Clawziez misses a land drop again. Is going to have to play something. Doesn't want to play this, as you see. Probably playing Pop Quiz, but that's not going to change anything. Snow Day, not a useful card in this matchup.
Opt. Does Sung have enough to do Mastery?
If Sung does, it would be a port.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Going
Doing
all in.
Overload, Test of
Talents. Yep. Island. Now.
So can Sung win? Now. How many of those elemental masteries were there? So Sung has 4 elemental masterpieces in deck. Don't know if they took any out, but we saw at least 2 milled. So Clawziez has options here. Onyx is not a bad play. I feel like the better play would have been to do Mascot Exhibition, take the 4 from Pigment Storm, and just kind of live your life. Creative Expression, taking out Professor Onyx, that kind of feels bad, but
It's just another thing. Now, are there other cards that create treasure tokens in blue-red, or is it only that card?
Yeah, I think there's 3 cards that you can cycle effectively to get a treasure token, and then Eager Study. It's a pump spell that gives you a treasure token as well.
Gotcha.
And then Storm Kiln Arcanist or Artist creates token.
Well,
Oh,
Got a lot of
wow.
pigment storms.
Okay.
Probably the most damage we've seen so far.
Yeah. Bopping in for 4.
We're in
Clawziez
here
has
for
a...
the long haul. Ooh, Pill Drop Warden.
However, Clawziez has that Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Or they could just reject here and slow down Sung for next turn. That's the play. Or not. What do I know?
Just doing Snow Day, possibly. Divide by 0.
Okay, how much are we going to do this for? X equals 7. Oh, wow. Sung had exactly 7 cards in deck. And we got a mill win.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Wow.
A mill win. It was quick and easy sideboarding for Clawziez because there's no options. This is a best of 1 deck played 3 times, as I think we're going to see all this week.
I think so. I think that's why a lot of the games, at least last round, did go 2-0. They were built like best of 1 decks.
Yep.
And looking right now, we only have 1 other match reported in. Interesting.
One thing to note before we forget, Clawziez does stream. He's a big member
That's true.
big help with, putting on these events. So if you're interested in watching him stream on his periodical random schedule, it is twitch.tv/Clawziez. It's CLAWZIEZ.
Also has a couple of Instagram accounts. There is The Daily Gathering, where he posts pictures of cards. I think he also sells cards. And then you can also find him at The Clawziez.
I think, and it might be the Clawziez, but I'm not.
Yes,
100%
it is The
sure.
Clawziez. Are we going to see a containment breach come in to get rid of an artifact?
I don't know. I don't think that's going to be. I think we need this mascot. Man, I'm not a big fan of that. I'd rather see this. We need to hit our land drops as much as we can. But now we see Clawziez has actual stuff in his deck that just hadn't shown up before. We have
Bookworm.
I don't. Oh, I don't
what to
like. I
discard
don't
here?
like this. I don't like this at all.
Dropping reject was the right choice, though.
Nope. I think you should have just played the. Okay, never mind. Well, I stand corrected.
That's a good place to test talents. Oh shit! So Sung has in hand Mind's Desire and Mythic's Mastery. So both of the things that the deck is built around. So that's going to be interesting to see if they can get off.
Yeah, I mean, if you're seeing from Storm for 1 just feels bad. You have this. It doesn't matter because life gain doesn't really matter in this because basically you have this pill drop that's just gonna not block.
Wow. Okay. I guess Clawziez was worried about a pump.
Sung, yeah. Very interesting.
Oh yes, it was Sung.
Very weird plays happening in this world. You get a land.
So Sung could overload, and that's what we're gonna. No, we're not gonna see that. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm very surprised that they didn't overload because they could have gotten out multiple elementals. They could have Mind's Desired. That seems like a drastic mistake.
I don't think that there was.
Was there enough?
No.
8. Yeah, there's 8. Oh, there's 7.
There's
I
7.
swear to God, I can do math. I can count things.
And is this just what's going to happen? One person gets their combo, the other one doesn't, kind of thing.
I think that's where we're at with this match, at least.
I'm not gonna lie. If we're just running combo decks all season, I might have to retire.
I'm a big sucker for combo decks. Like seeing those go off, I dig it. I'm a big digger.
I dig it as long as there's one side not playing the combo. We're waiting for 2 people for their combos to go off. A little much for me. But that's just me
Also,
and my cats.
Like if it was a mirror combo, that might be a bit more intriguing too. Like if they were both playing Blue Sun Zenith combos, that would be a bit more intriguing. Because all right, he's gonna get to the mill point fastest. Clawziez really concerned about Sung's graveyard.
Well, you can't get a card back from exile.
It's true, but we can get an expressive iteration back. Sung has already played a land for turn, though, so we'll see if anything gets exiled.
Well, you have to. And then you can't play it. And then it gets exiled. And then you get hit in the face.
Oof. Clawziez is going to go ahead and get a Karok. Okay, Eureka moment.
Finally getting those lands. And that might be all that was written about this topic.
Pigment Storm. Nah, ain't gonna do it, champ.
Ain't gonna do it.
Wow, so Clawziez actually wins a game.
Clawziez, wow, that was kind of a rude thing to say, but, you know, it is what it is. Clawziez takes on the second game, the second round victory, so 1 and 1 for Clawziez. Very interesting start of the season so far. Seeing a lot of combo decks. I forget what Jerome was playing, but I know
Jerome was playing Prismari as well, but it was less combo and more just kind of not exactly mid-range, but it was just good cards. Good cards. Front.
Yeah, and so, but then we had which had a lot of combo decks. Now, Clawziez, the last game, didn't have to win off the combo, and I think that's ultimately what happened in his game. So we'll be right back with round number 3. So we got newbie Ensignedredshirt, aka Andrew, international German superstar, versus Jerome up top, pro gaming mode. Now, I actually was looking at Andrew's deck a few seconds ago, and he is playing a not-so-combo-like deck. We know that Jerome is not playing a combo-like deck, although Andrew is playing a very synergistic Life Matters. Yeah. Counters are awesome. I will kill you deck.
Yeah, Andrew's deck, there were actually 2 Golgari builds this week. And Andrew won the first round up against Hilario.
Ooh.
And this is Witherbloom is so good in draft if you can get those synergies going, and this is exactly what we want for Curiosity, where you're taking that draft build and making it the sort of apotheosis of that.
So let's pretend like we are 5th graders, and let's use a different word, besides hypothenosis.
Making the best version of it. Oh my god.
You know, I was watching I'll just say, not a magic, wink wink, magic stream, tournament stream today, and I was, because, I was just interested in smaller tournaments, and not nearly as many jokes as we have, and not as much laughter.
If you're not watching a stream for the color commentary, why are you watching it?
Yeah, what are you even doing?
Man, Ensignedredshirt is off to the races like a German car, because Witherbloom Apprentice is gaining them life. That's putting counters on Blood Researcher. It's doing great stuff right here. And if they drop Fortifying Drought next turn, or drought, I can never say that word. It's gonna be good stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. And we got Blood Researcher as well. We've got a lot of good things. The only thing we don't have are lands. It seems like
oh wow, this is such an interesting move here. So played the Pest Summoning for 3 black and holding up the Fortifying Draft, and we'll be able to gain life and pump something, which is gonna drain, buff. Holy crap, look at that. And wow,
I pretty much sneezed in this game. Was over.
Yeah. Dang.
And look at this sideboard. I would just want to say we are in the end of, this is round 3. There are people who went 2-0, and this sideboard has 4 non-lesson cards. What?
Yeah, I think that's the reason why this deck has been so strong today, because it doesn't rely on that am I gonna get a learn card? Is that gonna lead me to a lesson? It is having answers already in the board.
Mm-hmm.
They're having answers that you don't need to rely on the board for. Let me rephrase it that way.
Yeah, and obviously we're seeing some tangle traps going into the board. So traditional sideboard cards going in, but these also, it's not just artifacts that we're going to be killing. We're going to be killing some flyers with it as well.
And looking at Jerome's board, it's a lot of those lessons. This is a great example of the sort of divergent deck building structures that we're having with lessons learned, where Jerome can't really side things in.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a good hand for Redshirt to being able to get down Leech Fanatic turn 2, and then be able to grow Researcher on 3.
Although we got this this Frosty Boy.
There's nothing better than a Frosty Boy.
Well, looks like Redshirt has a completely different opinion. Does not like Frosty Boys as much as you like Frosty Boys.
I mean, oh man, we got another Frosty Boy. See, that's the thing. Frostration is one of the best cards in the format.
You did call it. Although it's not going to do anything against this Crocodile Dundee.
Redshirt needs one more land, and hey, there we go. We got that. We'll see if being able to get out Blood Researcher here, getting done the second one next turn is just going to be brutal.
Yep, and I wonder if we'll see a trade. We don't see
it.
Oh!
All right. With first strike too, so don't get that
life
gain. Like it.
Now Jerome has access to 6 mana, possibly 7 mana, and we're going to see a Sparkle Mage come down. Sparkle Mage in the sky doing its thing.
Field trip ain't bad here. So we can go get we can go learn.
Get a forest and learning those trees. But
Oh,
Jerome says you
wow.
ain't learning anything. The only thing you're learning and that has to do with trees is
How to
getting
cut them down.
cutting them down. I was thinking of like soccer practice, and you get like stuff on your on you like slide, and you get that green stuff on your pants.
Cleats.
Sure.
And then you're like, Mom, I need my cleats washed. And then she's like, damn it, Jeremy, I don't need these cleats anymore. I paid $200 for these. Go ask your dad.
It sounds like you had a very, very stressful relationship. That sounds a little private. We're going to move on. Maelstrom Muse. Now, it's not looking so great for Jerome.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh.
Man, a Dinah coming in here. I wonder if Redshirt even, well, he is going to play Dinah this turn, but I could see a world where he just doesn't, just holds it back. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for bringing me coffee.
So welcome.
You're so wonderful.
Oh, can I have a drink too? Can you? Where's my drink?
Daniel wants a drink.
Nathaniel wants some?
I'm
Yeah.
parched.
You want a special nip of whiskey into this?
No.
Oh.
Thanks.
I guess I'll have some.
Hey, Megan's gonna be on the YouTube video because if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, you need to because it's great. You're here. You've been watching for an hour.
Yeah, we do have a YouTube channel. You are probably watching right now, and if you're not subscribed, then we will cry because we need like 80 more subscribers, and we get that custom URL channel link, and it'll be a lot easier to promote, and then we could eat food.
If you oh wow, creative outburst coming in here. Deal 5 damage to that. Damn, son. Wow.
Sacrificing so that Jerome does not get the trigger.
Andrew is playing on like a different level here. This is.
I played. So Andrew. I met Andrew at a. Oh boy.
Oh wow.
At. He played when he lived in the United States at my local game store, and yeah, he always had decks that were good. Heated debate off the top, can't be countered, easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. This game just is just great. But yeah, he would play really good decks that were homebrewed decks. So just really different decks. Sometimes they would do badly, but would always be brewing up these homebrew decks to bring at a chill, casual store. But hey, we got some attacks.
I like this attack because it forces a block, and then Dinah's gonna get a little bit of ping pong off of that.
Oh, doing some ping pong.
Yeah, everyone loves some ping pongs.
Did you have a ping pong table growing up?
I did not have a ping pong table. Did you? Ping pong tables were always something that like rich people had.
Oh god.
It was like that and billiard tables.
Oh
I was
god.
like, ugh. Did you have both? I don't know how I know you're white.
Yes, had them all in an air hockey table. Not all at the same time, but throughout my life had a. But I feel like you called it. Billiards is like a southern thing, maybe. We just call it a pool table.
Pool?
Yeah.
Pool. Say I'm gonna go play some pool while I watch my story.
Gotta watch my stories.
Yeah.
Um,
Before we keep going down this line, I want to give a shout out to Sweet Tea Chibi, who is an artist who's on the Discord. If you haven't subscribed to the Discord or joined the Discord, you don't have to subscribe. It's free. It's going to be in the link below, and it's great. But Sweet Tea Chibi, you're just so generous and wonderful. You just dropped like 7 subs.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Nice.
Dang. Much
Maybe
appreciated.
maybe we could talk about this game.
That's the thing. That's like, this game is so good. It's like, wow, we need some art about it. Holy shit, a huge debate.
This game is actually it is.
It's a good game.
What's really cool about this game is it's like pro gaming. Red Shirt drops something. Pro gaming mode deals with it. Pro gaming mode drops something. Red Shirt deals with it, and no one is ever ahead for more than a turn. And
however, what's the name of that card? Lizette, Dean of the Root. I think that's gonna seal the deal there, because whenever you gain life, it puts counters on things. Oh my! Ooh, whoa!
Blade Historian.
Blade Historian.
I don't understand this card.
Really?
But hey, we got double strike. We're going in for 4, but there's going to be 5 on the crackback.
Oh my!
But just drawing a land is not going to be enough. This 4 is definitely going to come in. Blade Historian not going to block. And if we
6.
If we get a removal spell, it's not looking great. And we get the Scry 1. Let's see, is it going to be top or bottom? Jerome says, keep it on top.
2 top.
Here we go. What is it? What could it be? This could
It's got to be
decide this.
removal. It's got to be removal or one of those big ass make a elemental spell.
Are we going to see a big ass make an elemental spell, Zuzzle? Like Swords just said. I mean, it's got to be... Okay, we're learning.
All right.
Things are happening. Things are happening. Now, this isn't quite sealing the deal. We got to find something. We're sacrificing it. Then we read the card. It doesn't pump it up. We decide not to sacrifice. Jerome is learning. We're going to see what card Jerome has.
I bet you Jerome's going to go for Mascot Exhibition. That is in their sideboard. It is the clear way to keep the game going. And especially when Andrew has been just bricking on lands.
Bricking on lands. But at least he'll be able to play this Diana Soul Seeper, Diana Ross, Princess Diana. I don't understand why the Thopter keeps dropping pies on the battlefield. And it looks like we have disconnected.
Oh no.
And we're back.
We're back.
And we got, yes, Mascot Exhibition.
Out of the board.
But we can't play it. But we can do a lot of damage. A land off the top does not feel good at all.
Yeah, I think
Ooh,
he's gonna go ahead and attack.
I don't like it.
You know what though? That's actually a pretty smart move, because Mascot Exhibition, none of that's gonna be able to attack next turn. And Blade Historian can be
Can't be blocked, double
can't
strike.
be blocked. So we'll go down to 1. Andrew will.
And
On
we say
top.
keep it on top.
If it's removal, that means no Mascot Exhibition.
This is crazy. Double coming in. Are we gonna block?
No blocks.
No blocks. We're risking it for the biscuit. There's no way Andrew's gonna draw another land. There is
there totally is.
There is a spell that can do it, and it's not
Spooktical Mage.
Spooktical Mage to get the discount. And I called it. It's a land off the top. We're going to game 3.
Wow. Okay. So, you know why Andrew lost that one?
Because he drew all lands?
No, because we dicked around commentating the whole time. Oh. But okay, what do we see coming in here? I think Andrew brings back in Hunt for Specimens.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, this is a really tight deck. All right, we see a Leech Fanatic go. The Tangle Traps were also very good. Or we saw some take out a Hunt and add in another Tangle Trap. He's thinking about taking out those cram sessions, which, you can see that.
I'm very wary on the cram session taken out, but he did take out another lesson, so I think that's a good choice there.
Evened out overall.
Oh,
that's a mole.
And it's better.
It's better.
But not by much.
Having to go Valentin on turn 1 is interesting. Let me pull that up. Let's see what that card says.
It's when a non-token dies. I think you pay 2 and exile it.
Yeah, Menace and Lifelink. When a non-token creature an opponent controls die, exile it instead. You can pay 2 and then create a pest. 1/1 menaces. I am big fans of those. That is, it's hard to deal with. You can get in for like 3 points of damage every game.
3 points, and you can't really do much about it. Just one of those annoying cards, just like, well, never mind. You can do something about it, and that is learn a lesson.
Would you say that Andrew learned his lesson?
I don't. I don't know. I don't think he's in school right now. Oh, you were talking about. Anyways, if you're out there, I would like to say one thing, and that is today is the actor who portrays Dr. Wellington's 71st birthday. So
you mean Dr. Wellington from As the Card is Drawn?
As the Card is Drawn is 71 years old today.
Gosh, and he's still kicking.
For now. Wait till tonight.
Oh my god. All right, so this is going to be a great turn for Andrew because we get Dinah down, we get Tangle Trap, we get all sorts of triggers. It's triggers for days.
It's kind of like game number 1 where Andrew's deck just popped off.
That's something about this format. I think there's only 1 or 2 board wipes and they're at rare. And so there is a dearth of wide removal, which is going to make very strong combo-ish board types, or I guess synergistic board types like we see here.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard to get out from under. And bam, this is perfect game.
Game,
Andrew.
Set, and match. Unless,
Yep. Wow. So Andrew went not undefeated, but 5-1.
5-1. 1.
6-1. Whatever. He won all 3 rounds.
Won all 3 rounds. All right, so that we have our first crowned cave dweller of the season, of the Strixhaven season, and a new player to Curiosity, Ensignedredshirt. How are you feeling right now?
Good.
Now, I want to ask you one question about your deck building, because we actually looked at a lot of the decks, and you were one of the only players to not just be playing a best-of-1 deck 3 rounds. And that the best, everyone was playing these lesson-heavy decks. Why did you choose to only have, 4 instead of 8 like everyone else?
Yeah, I feel like lessons to some extent are a trap, especially in constructed, because they're not all great cards. Let me see. What do we have here for lessons here that are in these colors? I mean, in a limited format, you're not getting a lot of benefit off of something like containment breach, but sometimes being able to get a 2/1 flyer when you need to is useful.
Mm-hmm.
I already had stuff to ramp in the main, and I felt like making a fractal wasn't going to do me a lot of good. I don't know.
Obviously it was the right choice, because
I feel like there were better sideboard options. I had no flyers. I needed a way to deal with those, and
you mentioned that containment breach as a sort of comparison, and I think Tangle Trap, that's the way to deal with artifacts, as you mentioned, because that not only is a sideboard answer to flyers, but it also deals with artifacts. And rather than having to learn to get that, you can just side it in.
And it's 1 CMC cheaper. It's at instant speed. Because with Learn, you're kind of lazy tutoring it, so you need to cast something else to get it, and then cast it the next turn maybe. So you basically time walked yourself for an answer, and your opponent's you're giving your opponent free information, and you're not getting the benefit off of it unless what you're killing is 2 CMC less, or 2 mana value less. So I just feel like Tangle Trap was a better option. You're going to kill most of your flyers, and you can kill an artifact. But I don't know how much you'd see of that in a, just a Strixhaven limited format.
So, another question. Your first round, you had a mirror match against Hilario.
I did, yeah.
What are your thoughts about how this format will, evolve with the, potential for multiple mirror matches? Because it seems like a lot of people are going to be playing the colleges.
Yeah, originally I thought about trying to that one. Oh, what's that card? I had one on my table here. I've been playing it with that Auroll turn, the Velomachus turns deck.
Oh yeah, you posted that in the historic chat.
Yeah, that card's bonkers, and I thought, I'll just build something like that, and then I realized you guys had a 4-card minimum or 4-card max. So I was like, well, can't do 15 of those, so let's try something else. I don't know. I think with the mirror matches, I think it'll be interesting. I was lucky enough in that first round to have a good solid curve, and then I was able to drop everything and stay on with the life gain, which was really handy.
And that's kind of what we saw on game 1 and game 3. You kind of have like I would say it is a mid-rangey deck, but like you curve out and it's just aggro. Your opponent can't deal with your creatures because they've got menace or they're too big, and it's just, that's what we saw, especially game 1. Game 3 was a little bit more drawn out, but it still was a quick game. So was that kind of how your other games went this week?
Yeah. So yeah, the first round was more or less a mirror match. I looked at his list, and it was a little different. It had some cheaper removal spells, but overall was really similar. And it tried to run some slightly bigger creatures, where I just tried to stay lower to the ground. The second round was like, no, it was like a Bant Second Sun deck. So it looked like the goal was just to ramp into Second Sun. But the first game, he had not very many creatures and didn't look like very many ways to control the board. So the first game was kind of a non-game of Magic. He had one creature and not very many lands. I didn't even realize he was Bant until the second game. And then the second game, all he did was ramp and didn't really do anything else. And then I just ran away with it.
Yeah, it does seem like there were, I think, 4 people that we saw playing these. Everything relies on one card deck, and that kind of wasn't the greatest. Didn't show victory in the long run. So I'm wondering if the approach decks are going to last longer into the season. But I know that you're in Germany, and we have some other folks who are in the Europe area. So we'll let you go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
But hey, thank you so much for playing, and we're proud of you being a first-time player, winning a week, and next week you'll be able to defend your crown. So your main deck stays the same, but you can change your sideboard.
Sounds good. Yeah, because I was looking at this Valentine I've got in the main. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of clumsy feeling.
It's got to
kind
stay.
Of through. I see it. Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
I like the Valentine. I gotta say, I feel like that, especially as a turn 1 play, it works.
Well, and I was just primarily focused on the front side, and then I realized that the back side has life gain synergies as well, and I thought, oh, well, heck, I'll just play the back side, and I've got a 4/4 beater that makes my other guys bigger.
Good stuff. Well, Andrew, congratulations, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, there we go.
There we go. Week number 1, Strixhaven. It is already over, but we have plenty more weeks to go. I am just, I think I have never been more excited about a Curiosity season. This is our 4th season of Curiosity, and
it's wild.
I've never been more excited than what's happening right now. We just have a lot more players. We're going to see a lot more different decks. Now we kind of have enough players to the extent where you can play and run a combo-y kind of silly deck, and you'll be pared down enough with enough other combo-y silly decks possibly. And we have a great community, great folks in here. What do you have any final things to say before we call it a day?
I'm with you. I'm very impressed by the amount of diversity that we saw, not only in our players, but also in the decks that we saw today. As we kind of expected, we saw some 3-color decks, and we saw 5-color and 4-color in just the first week. Some of our other deck brewers are putting together a bunch of tempo things. There is a burn deck that is being theory crafted. So I expect that to be coming down the pipe. So I'm very excited to see where the season goes and how it evolves.
Well,
I hope you play.
Yeah, like we've mentioned, it is a free tournament. It is free to join our Discord. It is free to play, and it is free to have fun. But you know what? Until next time, we're Curiosity!